Right, March update. Let's have a go. So there is little to no change on the hardware front. Skimmer working in full. We've almost done a full reel of this. I think it's about 36 days I think this has been in now. So it's not too bad considering the amount of dirt I've done in this tank. Very dirty, obviously I keep scraping the floor. You'll understand why in a bit. But yeah, coral wise, so we've had a few movements in the coral since we've last, and maybe a few additions, maybe not, I don't know, I can't remember the last time. Obviously you can see the obvious movement there. We've got the GSP that was on that back wall has moved to this one to join with these. Notice these two have joined up. We've had the Rampage has moved from there to here, and the old Kung Pao chicken, whatever it is, has moved from up there and down. Tried to recover for, I don't know, it might need to go back up there again. We've had a couple of new additions, and yeah. So obviously Monty over there has moved. The only hardware really that has changed is I've added a couple of these from a Reef Dorks Etsy shop, and obviously most of these corals are from Mr. Prestige Reef. So of course we have got the obvious from Mr. Reef Dork as well. Probably unwanted, but you can't win them all. Yeah, there's a few of them. There's one right at the back, just under Mr. Grammar there. But yeah, regarding the tank, it's exploding with coralline algae at the minute. We're going through our coralline algae phase. I can't remember who that was. I cleaned this just before the last video, probably about 20 days ago. Again, covered, which I've never really had an explosion of coralline algae before, but yeah, we'll start at the back with the GSP wall. There were two separate pieces last time. They've completely grown over, and they're kind of expanding not only up and out as well. See that branch there, just there, that branch is now being covered. This one normally grows, but it's still sulking a bit after its move. And yeah, so where do we go? The Rampage here, as you can see, it's growing another eye, but still seems to be sulking. I moved it thinking it was having too much light down here. Maybe it wants a bit of shaded, maybe too much flow, because obviously you've got the two flows down there. I thought it might be getting too much, but I put it there. Again, it's not doing great. Not doing amazing, but and the same with the other one. I haven't noticed much growth on this one either. I mean, it's been in the tank now a while. It's coloured. It looks amazing. Whether it'll focus in. The old Lepto, not really growing. I can't. Whether I'll see it every day and I'll notice on the old videos, I don't know. And it's the same with most of the corals, really. Whether I'll know any difference. Yeah, so some of the corals are doing superb. Some of them are really sulking, and just one day will be brilliant, next day will be horrendous. I had about 2 weeks of just pure growth from everything. Everything looked amazing, and polyp extension on every single coral here. I had colour, bright colour. And since then I've had a couple grow loads, some not at all, some look great from hour to hour, and some don't. So I'll take you through which ones have been good, which ones have been bad. So I'll take you with one of the bad. is my Duncan coral. As you can see, we've had one of the heads disappear and melt. Now, last time we was here, that was basically splitting into two. Look, it's just curled up since we've been on the camera. That was splitting into two. If you come around here, you can kind of see how it's, the two heads are almost splitting, just there. But yeah, one of them's just melted away, and I know why, I think, which we'll come on to again later. But trying to keep on top of it is just impossible at the minute. So moving on, obviously the rampage there, we're getting an extra. We've got 7 now, if you can see, just one on the right hand side. And then one of our biggest growths this month, which seems to be growing day by day, is my lepto. I'll try and get on to you, but I need to go at a different angle. I'll have a zoom in. But yeah, you can see it's getting over the frag plug now. And I'd say a week ago, it wasn't even touching the rim. Didn't even there, and now it's over the frag plug, starting to go onto the rockwork. That is just strength to strength, and it's probably one of the brightest in the tank at the minute. It's colouring up incredible with its kind of dark purpley with orange and the bright green eyes. But you can't really, from where it is, I can't get the angle of how good that looks. I mean, maybe if maybe I could get a top down and put this on a, there we go. Maybe I could get a top down. No. No, not a chance. But yeah, moving on to the old Zoas. These do amazing one day, they're having a good day today. And then we'll have a random day just shriveled up. Just add a bit of contrast to colour between just the green, reds, blues. Hard to find a yellow and keep them yellow, as you can tell from the old Kung Pao, or Kung Tao I think it is called. I'll call it Kung Pao chicken. But yeah, this one again is one of those ones that does amazing. It will go bright green polyps, bright yellow, and then just dark out for a day. And I thought it was doing it because of the light, because I did have it up here, which I think is too high light for it, if I'm honest. So I did move it down, thinking obviously being a Montipore, they tend to be quite hardy and not mind light, bright or more shaded areas. But again, it's having growth and it's growing, but the colours are very wishy-washy. And we've got a bird's nest here, which again I am terrible at keeping. I've never kept one. Never kept one. It's doing okay, as you can see. Ish. Sometimes it's really fuzzy, but it's lost its green base a little bit. It's lost it, and the blue polyps come out now and again, and it looks. It's at the minute. You can see it underneath. It's looking quite fuzzy, but yeah. I mean, for the last day, that's not having a good day. But we'll come back tomorrow. That'll be all fluffy again. Come around the side. The Pavona, obviously nothing stops this growing. It's based all down underneath. It's based over the rock here, and it's starting to really get some funky patterns. I just love the texture of it. Old Montipora down here. I don't know if we'll be able to zoom in. Yeah. Is it gonna? No. But yeah, that was stuck onto the back wall. As you can see where it is, and it fell off because super glue does not work. So that is sulking. It broke some bits off. I tried to stick them bits back onto the rockwood to see if they'd grow, and they died within a day. And that's really about that for that. Right, so what else have we got? See, that's a really big polyp there, a green star polyp. Here, the old candy is really coming back. If it'll focus. Nope. Nope. Doesn't like to focus. Yeah, the candy cane's really coming back and really puffing up some days, and then it'll deflate like it is now, and then it'll puff up again. But yeah, that one's doing well. I'm hoping it'll grow. It seems to. And when it's really puffed up and inflated, it is actually quite big. I've had no extension of heads or anything, or obviously we've got the green algae around it. But I'm hoping that will start to grow soon. And then we've got the old forest fire. You can see there by how much these arms have grown. Thickness and length, really. It's doing really well. And you can see the milky stylo. Now this is having its so-called good day. I mean, I got this and it looks incredible when I got it. Within a couple of hours, it completely went to a white stick. And it did something that I've only seen in the Chasing Coral documentary, where I think they went bright green. They started to fluoresce. So this fluoresced all on the top crown of it, right at the top. Went fluorescent green, and the rest of it was completely white. And all of a sudden, its polyps grew back. Now, you can see it's not amazing, but there's definitely life in that. And I think that will come back. And it's quite fuzzy all the way around. And yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that that will be okay. But again, it has good days and bad days. So it's just delicate at the minute. Hopefully it will grow. Now obviously you can see at the back, the three, I call them the three sisters. Red, green and blue, or purple, Monty. Whether they're growing, I cannot see any growth. They've kind of changed shape, but I can't see any growth pattern in them. That one, the blue one, obviously is got, it looks like a growth tip, I'd say. But without looking back, I can't tell. Now these two, Mr. Satosta and Mr. Hirasuta, I mean, whether you can see how big these are on the, I don't know if you can see that, but look, they are looking incredible from above. Nice top down shot, but yeah, you can see how much the Satosa is puffing up and branching out. It's quite a lot. And again, that one is branching quite a lot on the edges. If you can see from the last one, it was more of just a rounded plate, quite small. But yeah, it's really stretching out, and hope to be on the best corals. I don't know what to put corals on here. I'm debating whether to get an encrusting Sophastria or another SPS, but I can't decide what I want there. But yeah, so regards to problems with the tank, you can see obviously the gravel has got a lot of green cyano, maybe, I think it is, but that is due to the high nutrients. I mean, my corals have really started growing since I've been dosing. If you come over here, you're dosing a bit of this after water changes. It's just the Miracle Mud stuff, not Miracle Mud, whatever it is, Life Source. It's just Fiji dirt, basically. And I put a bit too much in first time, and I think it spiked my nutrients, which I'll go on to in a minute. And I've also been dosing phytoplankton, and then I get the reef juice also by this company, Reef Phyto, and I also dose the copepods and rotifers, and obviously they feed off this, which is the primary food source in anything of your reef tank. But if we go over to, you can see, and let's take off this. So my nitrate and phosphate, you can see here 15.8 now at nitrate. You can see it's gone. It was steady at between 9 and 7. Now 15.8 a spike. Now my phosphate I've had so much trouble with. You can see 0.09, 0.11. It's been around that for a bit, and then bang, 0.32, 0.26, it's 0.32 again, 0.23. So the only way I've been combating this is the rear. I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you can't see. I've got a whole tub, or the smallest tub of I've got Fozzie X in there, and then I've also got, what's the other one called? Yeah, I've got another one. I've got a whole tub of them in, and it's come down from 0.32 to 0.23. So I really need to get that down more. Maybe water change, I don't know. My alkalinity is coming down because obviously it went too high at one point. It went up to 11, and I've just slowly brought that. I mean, you're talking 11.9 at, so that was New Year's Eve. So it's took me basically almost 4 months, very slowly bringing it down, and I need to just top it up a little bit. So I'm going to up my dosing slowly, very slowly, to get that up. And it's same with the calcium, 430. I'd really like that about 450 if possible. But again, just a little tiny adjustment on that, which I'm dosing the all for reef. So all I'll add is another mil or two, or another schedule in the day. My magnesium, again, 1340. That 1350 would be the best. But yeah, I think adding these has made my corals really, really grow. Oh, no, wrong way. Yeah, my corals' growth has been incredible, but the nutrients is just, I'm on my knees with them. So I've got to figure out a way to get, because obviously at the minute it's not working great. I'm trying to go down as natural as possible, which again with the reef phyto, the mud, for the nutrients to get in to feed the corals, because they need food, and also the microfauna in the tank needs food. But I need as much to get export. I mean, that's why I've got the roller filter, the skimmers on. We get quite a bit of skim in there, but yeah, we can we'll see when it comes further. Anyway, that's it for March. Livestock has not changed. Still got the old clowns, but no deaths. Everything's all right. I've figured out there's still got the two. No, there's one actually. You could just see him there. The peppermints, because I had a big Actasia problem, if you remember last time. None of that's gone. And my water changes, I'll just get the bubbles out and they seem to go down. So yeah, other than that, I think that's about it for March, and hopefully we'll have a new thing in May. We're excited going to the Love to Reef show, so there'll be no new additives until then, and hopefully a little bit of a shopping spree at old Love to Reef, get a few frags, have a look around AAC. So I'll be spending a lot of money there, so I've got a bit of saving to do, and yeah, so I'll see you on the next one. Right.